that you guys had the wrong plays in the wristband on the first two drives. Is that accurate?
No. Yeah. There was something. I don't know if the wristband got something on it or whatever it was.
Was there something wrong with the Sanders wristband?
Yeah, there was a miscommunication.
So y'all heard Mary Kay say, was it the wrong plays? Was it the wrong plays or something?
Was there something wrong with the Sanders wristband?
Yeah, there was a miscommunication early.
What was you guys had the wrong plays in the wristband on the first two drives. Is that accurate?
No. Yeah.
Then what
there
was
it? Something. I don't know if the wristband got something on it or whatever it was, but there was we got that fixed pretty quickly.
On TV, they mentioned that something happened with your wristband after the first two drives.
Oh no, the car just fell out. Yeah, it just fell out on the sideline. Yeah, that was it.
So coach couldn't tell us that.
Pass to Judy. It was right on the money, and it ends up being intercepted. How disappointing, frustrating was that?
Nah, it's gonna happen. Like it's gonna happen. So like it is what it is. I'm not one to ever kick somebody down when he's down. Like he understands that's a big play, and I'm sure he's hard on himself. So it's no need for me to be extra and do that.
The NFL is about to punish Kevin Stefanski after his secret agenda against Shedeur Sanders was exposed when he admitted to giving his rookie quarterback the wrong plays on his wristband during the Browns-Bears game. And what Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco said about this egregious mistake will leave you shocked at how blatant the sabotage has become. When reporters asked Stefanski if they had the wrong plays in the wristband on the first two drives, he said, "No, yeah, there was something. I don't know if the wristband got something on it or whatever it was." The most suspicious answer you'll ever hear from an NFL coach trying to cover up what he just admitted. But here's where this gets absolutely insane. Shannon Sharpe broke down on Nightcap how NFL teams prepare wristbands with 150-plus plays that are finalized Saturday morning before games, meaning there are too many moving parts for this to be an accident. And if he was Jimmy Haslam, he would be calling other owners, asking if they have ever heard of a situation where a coach gave their QB the wrong plays, because mistakes happen, but not the egregious mistake. The most damning part, this is the second time something like this has happened to Shedeur this season, exposing a pattern where Kevin Stefanski is systematically setting up his rookie quarterback to fail while pretending it is just miscommunication. And now the entire NFL world is demanding answers about why a coach would deliberately sabotage his own players' development.
Like Kevin Stefanski is in some serious hot water after yesterday loss against the Bears. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Cleveland. Let's get it. Let's go. Everybody's having a great day today. We have to talk about the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is Kevin Stefanski press conference. Now, yesterday we did report on what Kevin Stefanski had to say after the game, but something that has caught traction from that press conference.
I think he has the tools to be a very good quarterback in the NFL. I do. But I think he needs somebody that believes in him. I think he needs somebody in his corner. And I'm not so sure that the Browns organization is in his corner. I think the fan base is so in Shedeur's corner. I don't really think they have a choice. That's a damn good Titans defense. And he just threw for almost 400 yards. He played unbelievable for his third career start. Where's the guys that had thrown for, Joe Burrow, Andrew Luck, Matthew Stafford, Marcus Mariota, CJ Stroud, Deshaun Watson. He just did something. The 3 number ones, 2 number twos, and a top 20 quarterback. The only one that's ever did in the Super Bowl era. A 5th rounder did that. The quarterbacks that have played the Titans this season. Shedeur Sanders has thrown for the most yards, 364. Matthew Stafford, 298. Davis Mills, 274. Justin Herbert, 250. Sam Darnold, 244. CJ Stroud, 233. Trevor Lawrence, 229. Drake May, 222. Kyler Murray, 220. Bo Nix, 176. Look at that list, chat. Why the hell did Stefanski do what he did? What the hell was going on? Can you imagine if this man would have come back and won this game, Ocho?
They didn't want that, because if they wanted that, they would have put him in position to do just that.
That's Coach Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you played your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Look, y'all need to sit down for this one, because what Kevin Stefanski just admitted in that press conference is absolutely wild, and I am not the only one who caught it. Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco went off about this on Nightcap, and they are saying the exact same thing everyone else is thinking. This doesn't make any sense unless Kevin Stefanski is deliberately sabotaging Shedeur Sanders. Let me paint the picture for you. The Browns just got destroyed by the Bears, 31-3. Shedeur threw 3 interceptions. The offense looked completely lost. And after the game, reporters are asking Kevin Stefanski what went wrong. Now, throughout the game, if you were paying attention, you saw Shedeur looking down at his wristband constantly. You saw him confused in the huddle. You saw a situation early in the game where something happened with the wrist card. Either it fell out or there was some kind of malfunction. So reporters asked Stefanski about it, And his answer? His answer is the most suspicious thing you'll ever hear from an NFL head coach. A reporter, Mary Kay Cabot, asks, I think they mentioned that you guys had the wrong plays in the wristband on the first 2 drives. Is that accurate? And Kevin Stefanski says, no, yeah. There was something, I don't know if the wristband got something on it or whatever it was. No, yeah. Y'all, that is not an answer. That is a lie being told in real time. That is someone getting caught and trying to backtrack. That is Kevin Stefanski admitting, yeah, we messed up, but trying to make it sound like it was no big deal. I don't know if the wristband got something on it.
Now, this is what was said by Kevin Stefanski. Now, I'm not the only one that tripped off this because Shannon Sharp and Ocho tripped off this as well. But let's upload this up real quick. So this is what Kevin Stefanski said that pretty much pissed everybody off. Now, we're not here to make excuses for Shedeur at all. I'm not saying that's the case, but listen to this.
Was there something wrong with Sanders' wristband?
Yeah, there was a miscommunication early.
What does that even mean? Something got on it? Like what? Coffee? Water? You are telling me an NFL coaching staff prepared a wristband with 150 plus plays on it, and then something got on it, and they had to change it in the middle of the game? That is the excuse we are supposed to believe? An insider who has been covering this situation said it perfectly. Something is going on with Kevin Stefanski and Shedeur because there were certain plays throughout the game that I feel like the line was missing blocks on. This is the second time we've seen this take place, and I'm telling you right now, it ain't looking good for Kevin Stefanski. The second time. Y'all, this isn't the first time something like this has happened to Shedeur. This is a pattern. This is Kevin Stefanski systematically setting up his rookie quarterback to fail and then acting surprised when things go wrong. And the insider continued. I'm sick of Kevin Stefanski because it's always something. Every game, it's always something. Fact. Every single week, there is a new excuse. Every single week, there is a new miscommunication. Every single week, Shedeur is dealing with something that shouldn't be happening at the NFL level. The insider asked the question that everyone is thinking, how do you give somebody a sheet of plays that, okay, these are the plays we're gonna run for the first 20, 30 plays, and then later, like within 10 minutes, no, we ain't gonna do them plays. How the hell is he supposed to know? Exactly. How is Shedeur supposed to execute an offense when his own coaching staff is giving him the wrong information?
The plays we ran in practice that Shedeur did well. And that's what goes on the wristband.
Right. But here's the thing, Ocho. They're not leaving till Saturday morning. So Saturday morning is the last official wristband that you're gonna get.
Right.
So that's what you're gonna have. That's what your first 15 plays, the first 15, you already know what they are. You walk through those. You talked about them the night before. The quarterback coach has gone over those with Shedeur.
But here is where the story gets even more explosive, because Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco broke this down on Nightcap, and Shannon explained exactly why this mistake is actually impossible if you understand how NFL teams prepare for games. Shannon said, the funny thing about it is, it's hard when reporters ask a coach a question, especially like that. A coach is always going to be he's always going to be politically correct and not give the true, honest answer on what the issue is behind whatever it was that happened with the wristband. They're never going to tell us the truth. So now it leaves all of us guessing. They're never going to tell us the truth. Shannon is saying Kevin Stefanski is lying. He is not giving the real explanation for what happened. He is covering something up. Then Shannon breaks down how wristbands actually work in the NFL. Your wristband is made up before the game, maybe a Friday or maybe a Saturday, because you understand what plays you have, what vocal plays you like, what vocal plays we ran in practice that did well, and that's what goes on the wristband. And then Shannon drops this crucial detail. But here's the thing, Ocho, they're not leaving till Saturday morning. So Saturday morning is the last official wristband that you're going to get. That's what you're going to have. That's what your first 15 plays, the first 15, you already know what they are. You walked through them. You've talked about them the night before. The quarterback coach has gone over those with Shedeur. These are the plays, the first 15 plays that we're going to call. This is a first down play. This is our second down play. This is our third down play. This is what XY ends. This is our red zone play. This is our goal to go play. That's all on the wristband.
Because like it was certain plays throughout the game that I feel like that the line was missing blocks on. Now, this is the second time we've seen this take place, man. And I'm telling you right now, it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good, bro, for Kevin Stefanski right now. I just gotta be real.
Let me break down what Shannon just explained. The wristband is prepared days in advance. It is finalized Saturday morning. The quarterback coach goes over the first 15 plays with the quarterback the night before. They walk through those plays. They talk about those plays. They know what those plays are. So, how do the wrong plays end up on the wristband? How does something get on it? How does a miscommunication happen when there are multiple layers of preparation and review? Shannon continued. There might be 150 plays on the wristband, and he'll tell you, place, so you go, okay, 76. But I've never heard anything like this because they asked him where the wrong plays on the wristband, and he said, yeah, no, yeah. So I don't know what to make of this, and I don't want to make it seem like we're trying to make excuses for him, but I've never heard this before, Ocho. I really haven't. I've never heard this before. Shannon Sharpe, who played 14 years in the NFL, won 3 Super Bowls, and is a Hall of Famer, has never heard of a situation where a coach gave his quarterback the wrong plays on the wristband. That is how unprecedented this is. That is how suspicious this is. That is how much this looks like deliberate sabotage.
It might be a situation, I've never heard of this before, and I don't know how it happened. We don't know why it happened. But if I'm Jimmy Haslam, I'm gonna need some answers.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need some answers. I want to know how. For the first 2 drives, the wrong plays were on the sheet, and we had to take the wristbands and make some adjustment to it. I need to know why.
Then Ocho Cinco jumped in, and what he said is critical. It's really somewhat of a red flag for something like that to happen in the middle of a game. We as coaches, I'm talking about we as players, I understand how well prepared we are going into a game. So how something like this can happen is beyond me. How something like this can happen is beyond me. Ocho is saying the same thing Shannon is saying. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't happen by accident. There are too many safeguards, too many layers of preparation, too many people involved for this to be a simple miscommunication. Shannon agreed, especially at the NFL level. Preparation, man. And listen, there's one thing you will never be able to question about all 32 teams is the way they prepare in a week and preparing for an opponent. There's really no mistakes and no errors because there's too many moving parts to it for it to happen. It's too many moving parts. Shannon is explaining that NFL organizations are so thorough, so detailed, so professional that mistakes like this don't happen. You have position coaches, you have coordinators, you have quality control coaches, you have equipment managers, you have multiple people checking and double-checking everything. For the wrong plays to end up on Shedeur's wristband, multiple people would have had to fail at their jobs. And this is what Shannon and Ocho are implying. Someone did it on purpose. Then Shannon dropped the ultimate statement. I agree with you, Ocho. It might be a situation. I've never heard of this before and I don't know how it happened. We don't know why it happened, but if I'm Jimmy Haslam, I'm gonna need some answers. Shannon continued, I'm gonna need some answers. I wanna know how for the first 2 drives, the wrong plays were on that sheet, and we had to take the wristbands and make some adjustment to it. I need to know why. Then Shannon said something huge. If I'm Jimmy, I'm calling my friend. I don't know who he's really friendly with. I'm gonna ask the other owners. Have your coaches ever had a situation? Do you know about where they had to change the wristband? Because the plays that they gave the quarterback were the wrong plays, or the plays they didn't want to call, or something like that, because I need to know why. Shannon is telling Jimmy Haslam to investigate. He is telling him to call other owners and find out if this has ever happened in the history of the NFL. Because if it hasn't, and Shannon strongly implies it hasn't, then Kevin Stefanski has some serious explaining to do. And then Shannon delivered the knockout punch. Mistakes happen, but not the egregious mistake. No, not these kinds of mistakes. Not the egregious mistake. Shannon is saying this wasn't a minor error. This wasn't a small oversight. This was an egregious mistake. So bad, so obvious, so damaging, that it can't be explained away as an accident. Now let us talk about what this really means for Shedeur Sanders. because this is where the story gets even sinister. The insider who has been covering this situation said, "This is starting to turn into a cycle with them. I just gotta be honest, it's starting to turn into a cycle, and I'm starting to see it now. A cycle, a pattern, a system. Kevin Stefanski isn't just making random mistakes. He is systematically sabotaging Shedeur Sanders. And when things go wrong, he acts confused and gives vague answers like, 'I don't know if the wristband got something on it.'" The insider continued, "Watch the offensive lineman in Joe Patino. He's probably going to talk about Shedeur not making it back to the huddle in time, not knowing the play. Watch, man. This is starting to turn into a cycle with them. So now, they're going to blame Shedeur for not knowing the plays when it was Kevin Stefanski who gave him the wrong plays in the first place. That is the agenda. That is the sabotage. That is why Shannon Sharpe is saying Jimmy Haslam needs to demand answers."
Like, how you give somebody a sheet of plays that, okay, these are the plays that we gonna run with the first 20, 30 plays, and then later, like within 10 minutes, no, we ain't gonna do them plays. How the hell is he supposed to know? Now watch, the offensive lineman that Joe Patino do, he's probably gonna talk about Shedeur not making it back to the huddle in time, not knowing the play. Watch, man, this is starting to turn into a cycle with them and this, bro. I just got to be honest. It's starting to turn into a cycle.
So here's my question for you. Does Kevin Stefanski's "no, yeah, I don't know if the wristband got something on it" prove he is lying about deliberately giving Shedeur the wrong plays? When Shannon Sharpe says he has never heard of this before and that mistakes happen but not the egregious mistake, is he exposing that this was intentional sabotage? And when this is the second time something like this has happened to Shedeur this season, doesn't that prove there is a systematic pattern of Kevin Stefanski setting up his rookie quarterback to fail? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because the NFL world is demanding answers, and Jimmy Haslam better start calling other owners to find out if any coach has ever done this before. If you believe Kevin Stefanski needs to be investigated for deliberately sabotaging Shedeur Sanders' development, smash that subscribe button, because we are going to keep exposing the truth about what is really happening in Cleveland. The wristband scandal just proved what we have been saying all along. Kevin Stefanski has a secret agenda, and Shedeur Sanders is the target.